So let me ask you a question. Have you enjoyed the video so far? We've covered secret number 1, why you've got to keep it simple, Sparky, if you want to build any real momentum. And secret number 2, how to do you and why you must do you so that you can still be there in a big way for your family and your responsibilities. And secret number 3, how to find the time and resources to start today, not someday. So who wants to take things to the next level? Put in the Q&A box below, I'm ready, if you're ready, okay? It's one of those silly things, but it helps kind of anchor it for yourself to actually type something out or write it down or whatever, or shout it out, whatever it takes. Let's just get excited about this, okay? Because this is exciting. So the biggest struggle, and secret number 4, that people have when it comes to going for that thing they really want to go for, oftentimes that biggest struggle is giving yourself permission. It's giving yourself permission to start or maybe start over. And when things don't go well, and they're not always going to go well, it's giving yourself permission again. And then as you keep taking steps forward, those little leaps that I was talking about, you're going to have to give yourself permission to keep moving forward. You're going to have to give yourself permission again and again. And that's where I have something that will help you. My biggest struggle, and something that really held me back personally for years, was giving myself permission to do something besides engineering, which is what I had gone to school for. It had been my path for 17 years working in it, but before that, there was all the schooling that came before. And giving myself that very essential permission to say, it's okay that you want to do something else. It's okay to choose a different path than the one you've been walking on for decades. Ooh, that kind of hurts to say, doesn't it? It's okay. It's all right. I give myself permission to give this thing a whirl. So I've created something special for you that I think is really going to help, okay? Allow me to introduce the My Permission Slip program, which is a home study course that's going to give you all the tools and the mindset work and the things that it's going to take to really help you get moving forward towards your big dream. Whatever that dream is. My Permission Slip program is all about helping you truly believe that you can do you and still be there for your family and get clear on what you really want fast without getting stuck because you think you don't have enough time, money, energy, or experience to pull it all off, or for feeling guilty for wanting to do this for yourself when you have other obligations that are already existing. You'll get results immediately during the program, but you'll also be developing skills and receiving a toolkit that will keep you powered up on your journey towards your big dream. So here's what you're going to get. The first piece of the My Permission Slip program is the Permission to Dream Big 6-week masterclass. It's 6 weeks of videos and worksheets and guides and homework that you get to do because you got to do the work if you're going to get there, right? This masterclass over the 6-week period is really going to lay the foundation on getting clear on what you want and moving forward with it. And it has a value of $497. The second piece of the My Permission Slip program is the Firefly Collector's Treasure Map, a blueprint for achieving your big dream one small step at a time, which is a $197 value. If you remember my story about if you want to achieve your big dream, it's not about catching lightning in a bottle. It's about collecting fireflies in a jar. And this blueprint system will help you lay out what it is you truly want and define those steps that are going to help you get there. third piece of the My Permission Slip program is the Firefly Collector's Master Resource List, which is a $97 value. And on this resource list, it is a collection of all different things to help you get started so that you don't have to figure it all out on your own. And what I mean by that is if you want to start learning how to draw, there are elements in this resource list giving you suggested places to start. So suggested YouTube videos you can check out, things that are free, directing you to inexpensive paid courses and things like that. But that's just writing, okay? And then if you want to do something with like painting, there's resource lists on that. If you want to start your own business, there's a resource list on that. It's all part of the master resource list, which is something that's constantly being evolving and being added to, and it's a great way so that you don't have to figure out everything for yourself. The next piece is the How to Talk with Loved Ones About Your Big Dream ebook, which is a $37 value. I mean, that's one of the hardest things, right? Is having those sometimes uncomfortable conversations with people that you love and you care about their opinion. But you also care about your big dream. And so in the ebook, it gives you some tips on how to broach the subject and how to frame things in a way so that you can do your best to get support from the loved ones in your life, but also have that self-confidence that their opinion of things is not the end-all be-all of everything, right? So it's a difficult topic and something I personally have struggled with. And so I've done my best to do some research and gather information and collect people's recommendations and best tips on how to do this. So that's a really valuable resource that I think you're going to appreciate. The next piece of the program is the Make Friends with Time ebook, another $37 value. And in this ebook, you're going to get my best productivity and time management tips. Let me tell you, once you get those elements in place, and maybe you're already a super disciplined person, but if you're not, and that is something that's really been keeping you from making progress towards your big dream, you're going to find some excellent tips in here that are going to really make a difference in your approach to things. And what I found is that the key to productivity and time management is realizing that no one approach is going to work for you. Okay? So just because what I mean by that is just because it worked for someone else does not mean that same exact approach is going to work for you. So you have to just experiment and try things and try all the things until you figure out what your special sauce is when it comes to productivity. So that's why this collection of different tips and software you can use and apps you can put on your phone and just ways to do things and make friends with time is a super valuable resource. So the total value of the program is $865. Now I want you to take a minute and think, how much do you spend each month on stuff? Right? Stuff. It's stuff. Maybe you don't even realize how much money you're spending each month on stuff until you actually sit there and crunch some numbers, right? Maybe it's your coffee habit. Coffee makes the world go round, right? I'm a fan of coffee. I love the coffee and I love the tea and I love the fancy stuff. And, I was there when they had the unicorn frap and all that stuff. But, it's stuff. It's not critical. It's stuff. It's a luxury. And maybe your vice, if you want to call it that, and I don't think it's really a vice, but maybe your thing is going to movies. That's certainly one of mine as well. I have our local independent movie theater here that I love to. I call it my happy place, and that I love to go to. And I definitely contribute some funds there every month. Or maybe it's dress. And I know this is kind of a ridiculous looking dress, but I thought it was funny. So that's why I picked this one. But maybe it's clothes. Are you buying a lot of clothes that you don't necessarily need, or jewelry that, it looks nice, but it's kind of, you're buying it more out of habit or that instant gratification instead of really building a refined collection of your wardrobe or whatever. You just kind of buy it because it's cute and you like it in the moment. Or maybe it's on sale. Sometimes you buy things on sale just because they're on sale, not because you actually need it or want it. I'm raising my hand, guilty of that one. Or maybe your thing, and I know it looks kind of silly with the chandelier here, but I'm not. I don't expect that you're going out and buying chandeliers every month. But I have someone in my life who loves those crystal, like, not vases, but like the little crystal pieces, and you can put candles in there, like, so they're candle holders and all different things. And like whenever she goes to Marshall's, she buys like 5 of them because it's, her collection of crystal looking things. So I don't know, maybe that's your thing. And then one more possibility is I personally was really into crocheting and knitting, and for a while there I was going to my LYS, my local yarn store, all the time and buying all the beautiful yarn. And I actually have a guest room now that has a good portion of the wall covered by a bookcase that's just full of yarn and whips, works in progress that I have not finished. So I definitely have to file that in the stuff category that I spent quite a bit of money on. Maybe you can relate to something like that. But whatever it is, what if you invested some of that money in yourself instead, and invested it in actually going for that big dream that you have? So on top of the core program, I also wanted to add a few extras for you. So bonus number 1 is a private community of fellow Firefly collectors. The value for this is approximately $297. And what is it worth to you to not feel alone, right? One of the challenges, in addition to giving yourself permission and figuring out the resources to go for your big dream, is feeling really alone and like you are trying to figure it all out by yourself, and that you're the only one. Maybe everybody else in your life is perfectly content exactly where they are, or they're fighting their own battles with whatever, and you just feel like, gosh, I wish I had someone I could share my experiences with. That is the value of this community, is not being alone, to be amongst people who understand what you're talking about and are going through the same sort of thing. So if you only got that, what would it be worth to you? Because in the My Permission Slip program, you're going to get the Permission to Dream Big 6-week masterclass, the Firefly Collector's Treasure Map, Firefly Collector's Master Resource List, the How to Talk with Loved Ones About Your Big Dream ebook, the Make Friends with Time ebook, and then the bonus of a private community of fellow Firefly collectors. The total value of that so far is already at $1,162. But it comes down to a matter of money versus time, right? I mean, money is obviously valuable to you, but what about your time? 1 year from now, where do you want to be? Would you feel horrible or disappointed if 1 year from now you were in exactly the same spot in your life when it comes to going for your big dream? I mean, how can money relate to that? We only have so many years upon this earth, and this isn't our practice life. And tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So it comes down to what is your time and your happiness and happiness in achieving your dream worth to you. So bonus number 2 is something really fun. It's a Dance with Fear Magic Messenger, which has about a $47 value. This thing is something that just came to me, and it's going to be fantastic. I have these business cards, right? And they have different quotes and drawings on the back of them. And I believe there's a bit of magic whenever I allow someone to choose which business card they want randomly out of my little collection, because the quote that they get always ends up being exactly the message that they needed to hear at the moment. And that's the same thing that this Magic Messenger is. It features the doodles that I do for Soul Fireflies. And if you're familiar with the Facebook page or the Instagram, you've seen the kind of doodles that I do. They're meaningful, they're inspirational, they're challenging, and they're designed to get you thinking, and there's messages in them, right? And so the Magic Messenger harnesses that idea of whichever doodle you pull up is the one that you're meant to hear right in that moment. So it's a really cool thing. I can't wait for you to see it, and you're going to get it as part of a bonus for this My Permission Slip program. So I want to ask you another question real fast. Have you ever watched videos or webinars or attended things like this before? What happened the next day? Did you watch and get all inspired and excited and motivated, and maybe you made a list of things you were going to do, and then the next day came, and then the next day came, and nothing happened? It's easy to do, right? We get stuck in our habits. When we talk a lot about obligations and responsibilities in here, and it's easy to focus only on those things that are urgent and important in that respect, and kind of neglect the heart-filled things that we're called to do sometimes, right? So that is a bad habit of getting inspired and then not taking action. So I really want to encourage you to not do that again. You just watched these videos, you just got excited, and now what are you going to do? How about you break those old habits and take action today? Make that jump. That's a little leap, I think you could say, from the small world you're in right now to the bigger bowl that you want to be swimming in. It's up to you. Nobody can do that for you. It has to be your choice and your decision and your action taking to get you to where you want to go. So just a quick reminder again about everything that's included in the My Permission Slip program. You've got the 6-week masterclass, the Firefly Collector's Treasure Map, the Master Resource List, the How to Talk with Your Loved Ones About Your Big Dream ebook, the Make Friends with Time Productivity ebook, the Private Community of Fellow Firefly Collectors, and the Dance with Fear Magic Messenger, which brings the total value of the program so far to $1,209. But I want to remind you too that, information alone is not enough, because, with all the masterclass and the ebooks and all that stuff, that is awesome. You have to have the toolkit and the education and the information, but there is a difference between knowing and doing. And I love this dancing lady, right? I mean, just hear this Staying Alive music playing in your head when you see her. But there's a difference between knowing and doing. So bonus number 3 is something really special. It is a 2-week live accountability challenge that's valued at $247. And in this 2-week live accountability challenge, you, my friend, are going to be challenged to show up every day for 2 weeks. And you're going to be inspired and, pushed to do it, because we're all going to be doing it. That's right. We're all going to be doing it together live. And there will be no room for excuses. You're going to see us. Everybody's going to be taking action, so you will take action too. We're going to have that big surge of energy and execution and just getting it done, and you want to be part of that. You don't want to have to do this all on your own. And everybody loves a good challenge, right? I mean, a lot of times I won't do something until somebody says that I can't do it, or that or they challenge me to do it, or they double dog dare me to do it. So in summary, here's what you're going to get with the My Permission Slip program. This is the whole shebang here, okay? So you've got the 6-week masterclass, the treasure map, the resource list, the first ebook, the second ebook, the private community of fellow Firefly collectors, which is going to be so valuable to you, the Dance with Fear Magic Messenger, and then the cherry on top, the 2-week live accountability challenge, which brings the total value of this program to $1,456. My guarantee to you, if the My Permission Slip program doesn't help you truly believe that you can do you and still be there for your family and get clear on what you really want without getting stuck because you think you don't have enough time, money, energy, or experience to pull it off, and without feeling guilty for wanting to do this for yourself when you have other obligations, then I will happily refund your money within 30 days. Because, again, this program is so valuable. The masterclass, the treasure map, the resource list, the books, the community, the magic messenger, and the accountability challenge. All that in the My Permission Slip program. And if you buy it right now, it's only $197. You can check out more information on it and order it right now at mypermissionslip.net/go, or you can click the button below. Because I want you to think for a second about where you are now versus where you want to be, okay? So where are you right now? Are you sitting there wishing and hoping that you could actually go for your big dream? Are you sitting at your desk daydreaming about what it'll be like? And again, I'm not specifying what your big dream is. It's not for me to define for you what your big dream is. It could be any number of things, but you know it. You have that little voice inside of you, just like I had a little voice inside of me saying, go for it. Go for it. And right now, it's just a vision. It's a vision of what you want to be and where you want to be and the life you want to live. That's where you are now versus where you want to be. And you want to be actually doing it, right? I mean, you want to be taking those little leaps and the baby steps and collecting your fireflies and being in motion and going for it and living it instead of only dreaming about it. So one last time, here's what you're going to get. The 6-week masterclass, the treasure map, the master resource list, the first ebook, the second ebook, the community, the magic messenger, and the accountability challenge, which is valued at it's valued at $1,456. And when you buy right now, it's just $197. I mean, the Firefly Collector's Treasure Map alone is worth the price of admission. And when you throw in the accountability challenge that's live and the masterclass and all the other bits, I mean, $197 is a pretty small investment in your dream. So go check out all the details on mypermissionslip.net/go, or click the button below and it'll take you there directly. So I want to wrap up and go ahead and give you your reward. This is for those that stuck around. It is the bonus worksheet, My Commitment to Myself, just like I promised you way back at the very beginning. So you should see a button for that below where you can download it and fill it out and make that commitment to yourself. Okay, I have really, really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope you will make that commitment to yourself to give yourself permission to go for that dream.